not gonna waste your time putting in a disclaimer. Just please state your own opinions respectfully in the comments. Y'all might want to get some popcorn for this video because these have some very controversial and very funny opinions. Please subscribe to me if you like this video. It takes literally 1 second and it really motivates me to make better content. Luna isn't funny, okay? I don't stan Luna yet, so I don't know how to really respond to this. The few videos I've seen of them are pretty funny, but that just might be the superb editing, so I'm not really sure. What do y'all think? Are Luna funny to you? Just because a group worked hard on an album, it doesn't mean that it shouldn't be subject to criticism. Working hard on an album doesn't necessarily mean that it is a good album. This is some scalding tea. I think any art, whether it be music, dance, etc., should be subject to criticism even if the artists worked very hard on it. I mean, just because someone took 5 years to drop music, doesn't mean it's the best fucking song I've ever heard. Stanning unpopular groups doesn't make you quirky. Please don't think stanning an unknown group gives you a personality. It doesn't. I get that there are lots of groups that deserve a lot more hype than they usually get, but please, there's nothing wrong with liking big 3 groups. You're not superior for liking an unpopular group. ITZY's B-sides are pretty bad, but I think it is finally getting recognized that the effort put into producing their songs is pretty low. Not you doing ting 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 like that. I honestly really like their B-sides and I don't really get why so many people dislike them. They are a bit loud and obnoxious, but I think that's the vibe ITZY is going for. Listen to Nobody Like You, and try telling me you don't like it. I really don't know how unpopular this is, but I feel like Saiyan from Dreamcatcher looks like Sana from Twice mixed with Sulji from Red Velvet. Or maybe it's just me. Oh my god, I didn't realize this before, but now I can't unsee it. I would say that she looks more like a mix of Joy and Selgi. What do you guys think? I like Yuna, but I absolutely hate her voice. It's really nasally like Momo's, not going to lie. I don't really like her voice either. I think she's much better at rapping than singing, so I think Yuna should just stick with rapping. I think the big popular groups like BP and BTS are now becoming more boring or less interesting. I'm not saying they have bad music, they just don't have that much stuff behind it. Like Little Series or something like that. BTS has BTS Run, but those still kind of get boring time to time for me, and BP doesn't have that much stuff either. I get they have a busy schedule, but I guess it would nice once in a while. I wouldn't say they're becoming boring. I would just say that there's not enough content coming out from them. BTS are always booked and busy, so it's a miracle they even come out with the content they do now. I think before, they were more free to really have fun with the content they were putting out, but now with literally everyone's eyes on them, they might want to have a different kind of image. I would argue that Blackpink have been giving us so much content, that makes them even more interesting to me than before. A lot of main dancers aren't good at freestyle and look really awkward. Sorry, I'm not really a dancer, so I have no right to say if they're good at freestyle or not, but here's a dancer I know's opinion on it. The Pretty Savage choreo is hilarious. I'm not even going to lie and say that this part didn't make me laugh. Saying offensive things and labeling them as unpopular opinions is not okay. Saying X-Idol is trash isn't unpopular, it's offensive. You might not have seen such opinions, but I've read them on other channels. Some of y'all really don't know the difference between an unpopular opinion and just being straight up mean. Like, critiquing an artist is fine, but it crosses the line when y'all say they're straight up terrible human beings. If you think of any idols this way, please stop with the negativity and hate. They're just normal people. Most young fans lost their innocence in the K-pop community, because they were hanging around hard stans, so they picked up the slang and terms hard stans would use, and being influenced by the hard stans around them to the point where they become hard stans themselves, not understanding that they shouldn't. I agree with this. It's a bit worrying for me, honestly. I know a lot of people get into K-pop pretty young, but please try to stay away from shit like this until you're mature enough to understand what you're saying. I hate when people call a group overrated like WTF. How can it be overrated? I feel that the ones who say this are just pissed because they don't work that hard for their faves. A group get their success from the members' talent and from the fandom's work, totally agree. It's just another term for saying a lot of people like them, but I don't. So let's just say that they're overrated. The group, their company and their fans all have a part to play in their success, and I feel like it's an easy way to hate on popular groups by just saying they're overrated. Lovesick Girls wasn't as good as everyone made it out to be. Although the chorus is very reminiscent of the 2010s, the song doesn't sound nostalgic but it instead sounds dated. Wow, you really went there. I was obsessed with it the first few days it was out, but now I don't really find myself listening to it. I genuinely think it's a great song, but I guess everyone has different opinions on music. City pop is the superior concept.
No, it's true. It's true.
The paved the way debate is stupid. Y'all are never going to agree and it just fuels more unnecessary hate. I totally agree with this. Who cares about who paved the way? Like, except Teenage 10, who literally paved the way. It doesn't even matter. Insomnias are fucking scary. I'm not even going to say anything for this one. Let me just keep my mouth shut. BTS's newer music is better than BTS's older music. I'm ready to get attacked, my armies. Also, BTS has some really good bops from their older discography. I just prefer their newer ones, and this is somehow unpopular opinion now. Love your videos. I've never understood the whole debate about their older versus their newer music. All their music sounds good, except maybe one or two songs I don't personally like. Also, thank you so much for the love. I feel like some Blinks low-key don't want Blackpink to change their concept. The people who hated on Teddy for constantly giving Blackpink the same generic beat drop chorus formula are the same people that say Pretty Savage should have been the title track. Wow, you really spilled with this one. I honestly think most stans just like Blackpink for their badass concepts, as seen with the difference in views looking at Stay and Kill This Love. Thank you for watching, guys. Please be sure to subscribe to me if you like this video. Stay safe and healthy and see y'all next time.